After 3 seasons and 60 episodes, the Disney Channel show Andi Mack ended its run on July 26, 2019, with its series finale, We Were Here. It gave an adorable epilogue to the wedding episode the week before, closure to 2 couples that have been beating around the bush for the season in Buffy and Marty and Cyrus and TJ, and had an intimate final scene that reassured viewers that while these characters may grow up and go on separate paths, they'll always be there for each other. So, why did I feel like this was the worst possible way to end this show? Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, I didn't like Andi Mack's finale. This isn't to say the show is bad by any stretch of the imagination. Its mere initial premise already made it one of the most groundbreaking Disney Channel shows ever created. However, We Were Here caused the show to go out on what I think to be a whimper. I should be crying my eyes out, but because the episode felt so forced and contrived in every possible way, I find myself feeling empty and unsatisfied. However, after taking a moment to look back, I think I might have figured out why. So, let's talk about milestones. The dictionary defines milestone as an action or event marking a significant change or stage in development. This pretty much fits the purpose of a season or series finale. They can bring a great change to the status quo, such as Star returning to Muni in the Star vs. the Forces of Evil Season 2 finale, but they can also showcase development a character has gone through in a certain length of time, like in the series finale of Austin and Ally, where we see where our 4 main characters are 4 years after separating in the previous episode. One thing I observed when I looked through Andi Mack's entire run is that each of its premieres and finales usually contains some form of milestone for a member or members of the Mack family. The Season 1 premiere takes place on Andy's 13th birthday, in addition to Bex revealing that,
"I'm not your sister. I'm your mother."
In the Season 1 finale, after meeting him earlier in the season, Bowie returns to Shadyside ready to become part of Andy's life. In the Season 2 premiere, Bowie proposes to Bex. In the Season 2 finale, Bex proposes to Bowie. In the Season 3 premiere, Bex and Bowie propose to each other. And in the Season 3 and series finale, nothing. You would think that the logical conclusion would be to have Bex and Bowie's wedding be the finale, but no, that was already wrapped up in the previous episode with the small ceremony in the mountains. Now, before you all think I hated that episode, I want to make it very clear that I liked it, and after the events of Season 3, it makes the most sense for Bex and Bowie's characters. However, because the wedding was such an intimate affair, it can't serve as a series finale. Plus, the show has expanded to far more than just the Mack family over the past 3 seasons. Cyrus, Buffy, Jonah, Marty, TJ, and Amber have all made strides since we first met them, and they deserve to have time in the spotlight too. So, with so many characters in Andi Mack that need to have their stories concluded, what's an event that the show can end on that can gather all of them together? A party, of course. Unfortunately, this is where I think We Were Here messed up the most. The party at the Mack house was the backbone of the entire episode. So, if we were to follow the milestone pattern, this party should be coinciding with some kind of milestone, right? Wrong. Nowhere in the episode is it explained why the party was being thrown aside from Celia's away, which, for a series finale, is pretty weak. Because of this lack of motivation, there isn't an underlying feeling in the audience's mind that the show is ending. Therefore, the moments with TJ and Cyrus and Buffy and Marty feel less important. It just seems like another season finale, almost similar to Cyrus's Bash Mitzvah, which served as the mid-season finale of Season 2. The only exception to this is when all the main characters collaborate to perform Born This Way by Lady Gaga, which was my favorite moment of the episode and is a perfect way to showcase the overall message of the show as a whole. Then, all of a sudden, there's this scene at the end that takes place after the party where our main characters talk about the great time they had and how they'll always be together, before Andi reveals she was accepted into Shadyside Academy of Visual Arts, meaning she won't be going to high school with Buffy, Cyrus, and Jonah. There's a tacked on message where they'll always be a part of each other's lives, a compilation of clips from previous episodes plays, and that's it. Andi Mack is over. The saddest part about this for me is that I think this finale could have been executed 1,000 times better if the episode had made one simple change. Why not have Andi reveal her acceptance to Sava either at the end of the previous episode or at the beginning of We Were Here? Let's run through this episode again, but this time, let's try to put this into the story and see where this leads us. Andi revealing her acceptance to art school is a major development for her character, as her artistic talents has been one of her defining qualities throughout the series. This will allow for the party preparation segments of We Were Here to instead focus on Buffy, Cyrus, and Jonah, possibly at the spoon, which I'm kind of annoyed we didn't see in this episode, coming to grips with the fact that the four of them won't be together anymore. Very similar to how Buffy was moving away in the previous season. So, they all decide to throw a party to congratulate Andi and to distract them from their sadness. In addition, we can also get moments where our main characters invite the recurring characters that have received development over the series to the party. Jonah can invite Amber, showing how they're on good terms. Buffy can invite Marty in a scene that can pay off the one they have in the original episode. And Cyrus can invite TJ, as well as Kira indirectly, which can pay off their moments seen in the original episode. The party can then proceed as normal, but with 3 alterations. First off, it has to be obvious that this is a congratulations for getting accepted to Sava party. The high attendance could even be attributed to Andi's newfound popularity from the Trashing Stereotypes display. Second, we need to add a scene at the party between Amber and Andi that showcases not just how far Amber has come with Jonah, but with Andi as well. If I were writing it, I would have Amber greet Andi with Amber Alert, the same greeting she gave Jonah when she first appeared in 13, and have Andi remark, more in jest this time, that it's still not cute. Amber congratulates Andi on getting into art school and makes a little jab of all the boys she could meet there, showing that they will always be able to confide in each other about the topic, which is what they did for a lot of their time in the series. Finally, the Jonah Andi scene, the Buffy Marty scene, and the Cyrus TJ scene all have to come before the Born This Way performance. Born This Way in the episode seems to be functioning as a declaration of the show's overall message. Therefore, this needs to be placed closer to the end of the episode rather than at the midpoint. After that, the scene cuts to outside after the party, where Andi reveals she's cleared out Andi's shack, which only serves to make Buffy, Cyrus, and Jonah disappointed, as it's just another reminder that things are changing and their paths are diverging. However, after that, Andi shows Buffy and Cyrus the picture of the 3 of them in 2nd grade. They have the same conversation in the original episode about how they'll always be in each other's lives. Jonah takes a new picture, Andi puts them in Andi's shack, a compilation of clips play, and that's it. Andi Mack comes to an end. Now, would that be a perfect finale? Probably not. I like to have a scene where Andi growing up makes Bex feel slightly sad about how much she missed out on, making references to the series premiere, which can then lead to Andi, Bowie, and Celia telling her how thankful they are to be together as a family now, but I know an episode can only be so long, so I simply work with what the episode already gave me. But this is where I turn the conversation to you guys. What do you all think? Did you like the Andi Mack finale? If not, how would you go about fixing it? What were your thoughts about the series as a whole? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I hope we can have a nice discussion. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a nice day.